Oh, hello there. So I'm hating on myself a bit right now because I released my last video about the 8 Awesome Knots a few hours before the 9th Awesome Knot was introduced. So I guess this is my introduction to said character, Gnaw. Gnaw seems to be really focused on biting and eating his opponents, which is pretty cool, I guess, and his melee attack, making him the 3rd melee knot, is bite. His bite does damage over time, and it builds up part, which we'll touch on later. It's also worth noting that the bite can only go in the direction you're facing, as in the direction you're running, so you cannot bite behind you, like many characters can shoot behind them, so that's interesting. Spit is an attack in which you spit out some acid that lands on the ground. Also deals damage over time. You can also upgrade it, interestingly enough, to fall down through platforms, so you can rain down from above. It's pretty cool. Seedling, once you build up your parts, you can place down seedlings, for a maximum of 5 total seedlings, and they shoot enemies around them. So as you might be able to guess, Gnaw can do a lot of damage over time. With that in mind, you can play in a way where you can go in, get a bite, and then run away. And those bites will add up parts, and those parts can be used to make seedlings for all kinds of things. Those seedlings are quite powerful once you've placed a few down, but you do need to get bites off to get them down, so it takes some time to get them rolling. Once you have those bites though, you have a few strategic ways of using them. One of the most apparent ways is in defense. You can bite some bots, place a bunch of seedlings at the base of your tower, and then have them defend it while you go elsewhere. They can also be effectively used to push towers. You can usually get 1 or 2 down to do a little damage and tanking for you. They also block quite a bit of space really well. For that reason, they can be used really well to get away from someone. Just block a doorway and then jump, or it can actually trap them in. If you have someone really close to one of your towers and you see them, you can jump down, put a seedling behind them, and then start jumping, and they can be trapped pretty well right against that tower, and they can die. You can also put them in your jungle, actually. If you put them in the jungle, they can actually kill the bots that drop the health, and that health will fly to you halfway across the map. And that's actually one of the best ways to use them. Lastly, I saw one guy place all the seedlings in a bush in one of the maps, and that was very effective. It shot some guys from above, and then it also just left them all in the bush, so anyone that came in the bush got destroyed, and that bush is actually one of the ways that people often will get up to the level or get down, so people didn't know it was there. That's just a few ways to use these seedlings, and they can really be placed anywhere. It's a really awesome ability, and I'm glad they put it in. I'm not going to tell you any real kind of exact build that you should use, as I believe that you should play what's fun to you. However, I see 2 real ways to go about building this guy in the early game. You can go for a heavy long-term damage build, and make it so 1 bite and 1 spit will tear a guy down over time. You're going to want to upgrade your bite to do damage over time, and your spit to do a lot of damage over time. The other option is going for heavily upgraded seedlings. For this, you could either go the route of making them do a lot of damage, or you could go the route of making them really tanky and really annoying. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I hope this helped you. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.